One day in history, someone asked God, give me a home where the buffalo roam, and thus God made McAlester. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mike Deak Field in beautiful McAlester, Oklahoma. It's time for the finish of the district series between the McAlester Buffaloes and the Durant Lions. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green. Alongside Austin Wheat, who will be running our camera for today as we are getting ready for another beautiful day of baseball. A little bit chillier than it was yesterday, closer towards 65 degrees. Actually, it's going to be closer to 58 degrees by first pitch, dropping down to 54 by the end of the night. And we have a totally opposite day than what we had last week. Instead of the wind blowing out to left center field, it is blowing in from left center field. So for lefties and righties both, it looks like it's going to be hard going if you're trying to hit a home run here tonight. You're going to have to get all of it and then some to drive one out of the park here at Mike Deak Field. So again, you're listening to McAlester Baseball here on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, online at McAlsterRadio.com and on the KNED app. We have the McAlester Buffaloes and the Durant Lions also on McAlester Radio's YouTube page, so you can watch there if you are able to do so. Looking at the McAlester Buffaloes and the Durant Lions, they had their first game yesterday, and it was 9-2 advantage McAlester. The Buffaloes took the win over early hits. They had 5 hits in the first inning, was able to get a hold of Cole Robbins, who gave up 6 runs in the first 2 innings, but then he settled down. Cole Robbins was super sharp in the next 3 innings. I believe he retired 8 or 9 in a row by McAlester. He didn't give up any more runs after inning number 2, so that was very important for the Buffaloes to get on Robbins early. They was able to give Seth Sam a cushion and a 6-1 cushion at that. Buffaloes did score 3 more runs in innings 6 and 7, and Durant did tack on 1 more in the 6th inning. Sam worked himself out of trouble. Only gave up 2 hits yesterday as the Buffalo offense was, like I said, hot early, was able to hold on for the remainder of the game with that early cushion, and also the pitching by Seth Sam, once again, phenomenal. Only gave up the 2nd and 3rd earned runs of the season. Defense behind him, only 1 error, and it was just a mental error. It wasn't a physical error by the Buffaloes. So they improved to 8-4, 4-1 in district play. Today they're looking to continue to play great defense, continue to play great on the mound and behind the plate, but they're also looking to strike out a little bit less. They want to go ahead and get started and get going early like they were able to yesterday, getting a lot of early hits, but they also want to score with runners and get hits with runners in scoring position, because the Buffaloes did strike out 12 times yesterday, and they're looking to get if they're going to get out on the base or by putting the ball in play rather than striking out and forcing the Durant line defense to work. So they're going to be trying to do that a little bit more throughout our game today. Again, it's supposed to be starting up in about 12 minutes. So let's look at the 5A3 standings, because when it comes to district play, again, these are the most important games of the season. We say it every single district game. These games are the ones that are going to determine where you're going to be playing in the postseason, where you're going to be going in the regional tournament, and of course you have to win your regional tournament to be able to go to the state tournament. Let's look at the 5A3 standings. Starting off with Sepulpa, they are 12-3 on the year, but 5-0 in district play. They beat Midwest City 11-2 yesterday. Shawnee is at 2nd place at 5-6 and 4-1 in district play. McAlester at 3rd place right now at 8-4, 4-1 in district play, and again, the 1 and 2 seeds in each district get to host. The 4 seed, Bishop Kelly, in 4th place, they're 8-6 on the year, but they had their first loss of the district play season yesterday, and it was against Glenpool. Glenpool won 7-5. They've also gotten the better of Shawnee, ended up splitting with Shawnee. It was a 14-4 game in which Shawnee won in one of them, but then they lost the other one 3-1, 3-2, something like that. So Glenpool with a couple of big wins early in 5A3. So this is showing you kind of how wide open that the 5A3 district could be this year. Looking at number 6, you have Midwest City at 5-7, but 1-3 in district play. At 7th, Will Rogers at 2-7, 0-4 in district play. And Durant 1-11 on the year. But again, like we mentioned yesterday, their opponents' combined records have been 50-24. So a lot of good teams that they've been playing. Their only win against Wright, Texas, that was 5-3 on March the 10th of 2023 in the Whitesboro, Texas/Medill tournament. Again, looking at the Lions, they have played the top half of the district from last year. So the top 4 teams in the district from last year in 5A3, they are wrapping up all 4 of those series today against McAlester. They are 0-7 in district play. They have played Sepulpa twice, Shawnee twice, Bishop Kelly twice, and now this will be the 2nd time they played the Buffaloes. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll have your starting lineups when we return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned. because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC. Equal
Patriot
housing
Chrysler
lender.
Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make a deal. All 22-year model Gladiators in stock offer $2,500 cash back. All 22 Chargers and Challengers feature $3,000 cash back. Patriot has new 2023 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Laredos with $5,550 cash back. 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Limiteds in stock, $4,000 cash back. Yes, the best deal on a new vehicle is always at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Best Western Inn and American Inn Lodge and Suites in McAlester are both locally owned and operated. Both offer clean and comfortable rooms at a great price. Best Western Inn and American Inn are proud sponsors of McAlester Buffalo Sports, wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Inn and Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester, and it is Truck Month, and I am so pumped. We haven't had a truck month in over 2 years because we just didn't have any trucks. But for this truck month, we have specially marked F-150s with 0% for 48 months or 0.9 for 60 on all 22 model F-150s or 3.9% on 23 model F-150s, plus a great selection of used. So come see us while supplies last at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester and let us make it happen for you.
Do you think this is far enough? Customers aren't going to be able to make that. Did you say further? No!
Come shoot for your TTNL during Benton Madness and a lot closer than Morgan.
Have you ever thought about playing college basketball? Too easy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at bentonnissan.com.
You're listening to KNED here at Mike Deak Field, McAlester, Oklahoma. Brandon Green, your voice of the Buffaloes, with you alongside Austin Weed as we're about to be having our second game of this district series between the McAlester Buffaloes and the Durant Lions. Once again, the Buffaloes won the first game 9-2 yesterday. Let's go ahead and let's look at our starting lineup, starting off with the Durant Lions, who are 1-11 on the year, 0-7 in district play. They're wearing the red caps with the blue logo, blue bills today, and also the red jerseys, blue numerals on the front and back, blue Durant in cursive across the chest with the gray pants for those listening on radio today. 1 through 9 for the Lions looks like this. Leading off, the shortstop, number 9, Cole Robbins. Robbins at short. Batting second, the left fielder, number 13, Jared Avalos. Avalos in left field. Batting third, the pitcher, number 15, Matt Manners. Manners on the mound. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 19, Elijah McClure. McClure behind home plate. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 14, Holden Robinson. Robinson at the hot corner. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 12, Caden Neal. Neal at first. Batting seventh, the DH, number 4, Lucas McClure. McClure the DH for the second baseman, number 5, Cutter Whitfield. Whitfield at second. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 11, Mason Bacue. Bacue in right field. And rounding out the starting 9 for the Lions, center fielder number 2, Ryder Jones. Jones in center. The Durant Lions led by head coach Derek Hayworth. Looking at the McAlester Buffaloes, 8-4 in the season, 4-1 in district play. Leading it off, the center fielder number 10, Ethan Watkins. Watkins in center field. Batting second, the shortstop, number 15, Seth Sam. Sam at short. Batting third, the pitcher number 2, Caden Lesnow. Lesnow on the mound. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 7, Ethan Gillespie. Gillespie behind home plate. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 8, Braden Phillips. Phillips at first. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 6, Gannon Mullins. Mullins at the hot corner. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 11, Gunnar Hodgel. Hodgel in right field. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 1, Spencer Stinchcomb at second. And rounding out the starting line for the black and gold, wearing their pinstripe jerseys today. Pinstripes on the top, on the bottom, black interlocking MB along the pocket square of the jersey. With the black numerals on the front and back as well. All black caps with the gold interlocking MB logo on the front. Rounding out the starting nine, the DH, number 13, Tyler Phillips. Phillips, the DH for the left fielder, number 4, Jaden Cheney. Cheney in left. The McAlester Buffaloes led by head coach Justin Mullins. Of course, let us know where you're listening from or watching from on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Again, that is on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio. Mr. Larry Barnett, our PA man for today, is about to announce the starting lineups for both of our teams. We're going to take a break here in a moment. But again, Austin, it is a district game, so we got to kind of cut down the shenanigans a little bit, but what are you wanting to see from today?
You know, it's funny, Brandon. You say I got to cut down on the shenanigans, but I don't foresee that happening. I will say, though, beautiful day for baseball. Beautiful day for baseball, minus the temperature. A little bit chilly.
Not a cloud in the sky, all blue, and 58 degrees for first pitch.
Yeah, I came outside and I looked up and was like, man, it's a clear day.
Yep, so we're about to have a beautiful day of baseball under the blue, beautiful skies, and we're probably going to be playing until the lights come down. Again, JV is going to be playing today after varsity as well, so make sure you come on out to watch not only varsity but JV after that. Let's go ahead and let's go to a commercial break. We'll be back with the national anthem here in just a moment on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester, and it is Truck Month, and I am so pumped. We haven't had a Truck Month in over 2 years because we just didn't have any trucks. But for this Truck Month, we have specially marked F-150s with 0% for 48 months or 0.9 for 60 on all 22 model F-150s or 3.9% on 23 model F-150s, plus a great selection of used. So come see us while supplies last at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester, and let us make it happen for you.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Batting sixth, third baseman, number 6, Mr. Gannon Mullins. Mullins at third.
So Larry Barnett is going over the starting lineups that we just announced. Again, this game is brought to you by the Bank & A, Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Best Western American, Freedom Ford, OK Tire and Auto, Fenton Nissan, First Realty, and WE Offered Propane. Thank you all for putting us on the air, not just today, but all season long, including the, looks like the Rose Creek Classic that's going to be coming up this weekend, a Rose Rock Classic over in Noble this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday on radio only. We encourage y'all to tune in if you can't make it this week. All right, so we're going to go ahead and send things down to the field as we have our national anthem about to be played. That scared me. Buddy, you ready?
What?
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Austin Sweetwheat's going to be covering our camera for those watching on the video stream today. He can chime in here and there as well.
That's right. I am the color commentator for baseball.
Not really. We do have the defensive lineman now for the Buffaloes as they take the field. We have Phillips at first base, Stinchcomb over at second, Sam at short, Mullins at third, and the outfield Cheney in left, Watkins in center, Hodgel over in right, and the battery for the Buffs today, Ethan Gillespie behind home plate, and Caden Lesnow on the mound. Let's look at Lesnow's line on the season thus far. Number 2 on his back. He is 1-2 on the year. Has pitched phenomenally thus far, though. Don't let the record fool you. 22 2/3 innings pitched, a 1.54 ERA, 31 strikeouts to 9 walks. His collective batting average against him is .190. But the Durant Lions, despite their record of 1-11 this year, like we said, they've been playing some really good teams. Their opponents' combined record, not including the Texas ones because we can't find those overall records, are 50-24. So they've been playing a lot of really good teams thus far. And yesterday, they were able to get some good pieces against our 2 pitchers yesterday. Despite only having 3 hits, a lot of the balls that they hit went straight to some outfielders, went straight to some infielders, forced McAllister's defense to work. That they did, and for the most part, did a very good job yesterday. Buffalo's looking to do it once again. We're about to have first pitch brought to you by Big V Feed Center. It's always your best bet for your feeding program for all of your animals. Visit your Big V Feeds dealer in McAlester, Kiowa, and Shakota. So it'll be Lesnow throwing. Looks like his final pitch before Gillespie fires down over to the shortstop, Seth Sam. It is a one-hop strike over to Sam, and we're about ready to go. It'll be Cole Robbins, Jared Avalos, and Matt Manners, 1, 2, 3 for the Lions. Cole Robbins had one of the 3 hits for the Lions yesterday, singling in the very first pitch at the bottom of the first inning. He singled, popped out to the catcher, walked, and struck out swinging. So Lesnow, in the Game 2 of this series, is ready. Robbins, the righty, is ready. Here's the windup, and the first pitch of the afternoon is going to be a hopper into Gillespie for ball 1, as it's baseball time in the Heartland. So 1-0 the count to Cole Robbins, the shortstop today, number 9. That's where he went to go play after his 5th inning on the mound when Neal came in to pitch for him. Here's the 1-0 from Lesnow. This one is low as well, but finds its way over to Gillespie, and the count is in favor of Robbins here early, 2-0. And Lesnow at 31 strikeouts and 9 walks on the year. Count 2-0, the windup and the delivery. This one at the letters strike 1, and the count is 2-1 on Robbins. Again, Robbins, the righty, he's about midway in the box. Freshman for the Lions. Wearing the sunglasses at the plate. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. This one finding the zone, and that'll be strike 2. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Looking at the grandstand, we do have covering over it. We did not have that last week. Covering is back over the grandstand, creating some shadows over here at Mike Deak. The 2-2 from Lesnow goes curveball, pops it up right side. The wind's going to take this one past the press box and into the sea of concrete, and the count is 2-2.
You're welcome, by the way. You use that sea of concrete line a lot, and that's courtesy of me.
That is not at all.
Yeah,
I said it accidentally.
100% that
I
is
was
courtesy
calling
of me.
a game at Eastern Oklahoma State College one time, and I said I could not think of what the name of. See, this is the cool thing about being the board operator also here. I can turn down your mic. The count is 2-2 on Cole Robbins. Here's the windup from Lesnow. And the pitch. Fouled back into the glove of Gillespie. He gets the strikeout on the foul tip for strike 3. Sit him down, throw it around. A good start to the game for Caden Lesnow on the bump. And that brings up Jared Avalos.
I can reach that knob. I'll turn myself back up.
Left fielder number 13, Avalos. Righty, again for the Lions. They have 1 lefty in the lineup. First pitch from Lesnow is going to be up high, eye level, and that'll be ball 1. The only lefty in the Lions lineup comes from the 7th spot with Lucas McClure, who went 1 for 2 yesterday with a walk, a ground out to second, and a single in his final at bat. That was in the 7th inning. The 1-0 from Lesnow. This one will miss up high as well, and the count moves to 2-0. So starting off this batter like he did with Robbins, he was able to bounce back after those first 2 pitches to Robbins and get the strikeout. We'll see what he can do here down in the count 2-0 with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the first. The windup from Lesnow and the 2-0 delivery. And this time he misses low, and the count goes to 3-0. 3 balls to 0 strikes. Lesnow winds up trying to get back into the count. The 3-0 pitch hits the corner, and that'll make the count still a hitter's count, but 3 balls, 1 strike. Now to Jared Avalos. Again, he went 0 for 2 yesterday, reached on an error, grounded out to the pitcher, and walked in his 3 plate appearances. The 3-1. This one will be popped up. Looked like that was heading for a ball 4, but he reached out after a high pitch, fouls it off, and the count has been worked to full here for Lesnow. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And those high pitches can be tempting to the right-handed batter, really either batter, because it looks like a pitch you can drive. The 3-2 is going to miss inside, and that's going to be a full count walk to Jared Avalos, bringing up the pitcher number 15, Matt Manners. So top of the first inning, the first base runner of the day for the Lions comes with one down. And he resides over at first. Matt Manners, the opposing pitcher today, went over 2 with an RBI on a sac bunt. The other 2 times he flew out to right field. First pitch to Manners. Line drive, left field, softly hit, is going to land for a base hit. And it'll get past Cheney. They're going to try to take an extra base. Cheney fires over towards the third baseman. Is it in time? And he can't be scooped out by Mullins. Advancing to third on the E7 will be Jared Avalos. Also, Matt Manners going over to second on the E7. So it's a base hit and then an E7, sending runners to second and third with only one down for the Lions in the top of the first inning. Lions were only able to get 3 hits yesterday. Only 1 in the first 5 innings. Courtesy runner coming in for the Lions. And looks like that's going to be number 16 for the Lions. I'll get you a number here, or a name here in just a minute. But here comes the first pitch to the new batter at the cleanup spot. McClure fouls this one off at the plate. Count is 0-1. Again, Elijah McClure out of the cleanup spot went 1 for 3 with an RBI base hit. He's also grounded out to third and flew out to second in his game yesterday against the Buffs. The 0-1. Lines this one hard hit towards dead center field, enough to bring in a run. Watkins gets underneath it, makes the catch. Here comes the throw from center field. It is going to be up the line. He got him! What a shot by Ethan Watkins! He keeps the Durant Lions off the scoreboard on a frozen rope from center field. Double play for the Buffaloes. We head to the bottom of the first. No score here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma, with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town, I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, equal
Patriot
housing lender.
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in McAlester is ready to make a deal. All 22-year model Gladiators in stock offer $2,500 cash back. All 22 Chargers and Challengers feature $3,000 cash back. Patriot has new 2023 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Laredos with $5,550 cash back. 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Limiteds in stock, $4,000 cash back. Yes, the best deal on a new vehicle is always at Patriot, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in McAlester. Best Western Inn and American Inn Lodge and Suites in McAlester are both locally owned and operated. Both offer clean and comfortable rooms at a great price. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of McAlester Buffalo Sports, wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Inn Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
So thanks to Ethan Watkins in center field with a great throw to be able to gun down a runner trying to score on a sac fly attempt from Elijah McClure, who got another good piece. The Buffaloes keep the Lions off the scoreboard, who are threatening with one down and runners at second and third in the top of the first. It'll be the top of the order up for the Buffaloes. This is where they got a hold of Cole Robbins early yesterday. Got 5 hits, was able to score 3 runs in the top of the first yesterday. Let's see what they can do in the bottom of the first today. It'll be Ethan Watkins, Seth Sam, and Caden Lesnow for the black and gold. looking at the defensive alignment for the Lions. Actually, we'll take a look at it after this first pitch that'll be coming up here to Watkins. He went 2 for 3 with a bunt single, a double, a strikeout, and a walk yesterday. So we're about to have the first pitch at the bottom of the first inning. Here it is from Manners, and the first pitch is going to be a pop-up in the infield. Manners backing up, will drop the ball, and it's going to be an E1. He was backing up off of the mound. It just popped out of his glove, and the Buffaloes have a gift here in the bottom of the first inning with an E1, and that'll bring up the shortstop, number 15, Seth Sam. So the defensive alignment, Neal at first, Whitfield at second, Robbins at short, Robinson at third, Avalos in left, Jones in center, Backu in right. The battery for the Lions, McClure behind home plate. That's Elijah McClure, and Matt Manners on the mound. Pickoff over to first, as in safely is Watkins. Watkins had 2 stolen bases yesterday. He leads the team in stolen bases with 15, reaching on that E1. He stays put here. Sam showed bunt, pulled back, pitches low for ball 1. Manners' line is 0-1 so far this year. He's pitched in 7 2/3. He does have a save to his name. 10.04 ERA, 2 strikeouts to 17 walks. Manners will deliver. This one will be a fastball up high, and the count is 2-0 here to Seth Sam, who had a great day at the plate yesterday to go along with his great day on the mound. He went 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Each time he had a hit, he brought in a run. He had a single, strikeout, and then a double in his final time up. The 2-0. This one will fill the zone. 2 balls, 1 strike here to Seth Sam. Sam on the season batting .394, just south of 400, with a .500 on-base percentage, 8 RBIs, and also a home run. Let's see if Watkins takes off here at first. He does. The 2-1 pitch is going to be way too high. The throw down to second is not in time. Nice slide by Watkins, and he gets into scoring position here for Sam with a hitter's count. 3 balls, 1 strike. Pitch upcoming to number 15, who's batting .400 with runners in scoring position. And looking for RBI number 9 to give the Buffaloes an early lead here. Again, nobody out. As Manners looks over at second. Watkins wanting to take third as the 3-1 is going to miss low and outside for ball 4. So the Buffaloes have runners at first and second with nobody out. And Caden Lesnow coming up. Lesnow trying to help his own cause here. 1 for 4 yesterday with a double in his first at bat. He also had a couple of strikeouts and a ground out to third. Lesnow batting .343 on the year, .422 on base percentage, 9 RBIs, batting .308 with runners in scoring. He shows bunt, pulls back, is going to be up and inside. The throw over to third is going to go to the shortstop. If it's on target, I think Watkins might be in trouble, but it is way off to the right side. As Lesnow showed bunt, pulled back, and Watkins takes third as Sam behind him follows suit to second base. So runners at second and third. Lesnow doesn't have to bunt now unless he's trying to do so for a hit. Manners stays out of the stretch. 1 ball, no strikes to Caden Lesnow. Next pitch. Low outside corner, strike 1. Looked like Lesnow didn't like the call. Count runs even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Lesnow tied for the team lead in extra base hits. Actually, 56% of his hits have been extra base hits. The 1-1 waits on this one, drives one to deep left center field. Underneath it will be Jones. He'll make the catch. Here comes Watkins. The throw from center field is going to be cut off, and the Buffaloes take the lead. Here comes Sam trying for third. The throw to third is in time for a double play. Sam tried to tag up for second after the throw hot past the first baseman, Neal. And so now in back-to-back half innings, we've had flyouts to center field leading to double plays, bringing up Ethan Gillespie with nobody on for the Buffaloes, but they do take the lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. That's still a sac fly for Caden Lesnow. That's the first pitch to Gillespie. It's a fastball that gets past the catcher McClure for ball 1. That's actually going to go down as an 8-2-5 put out and double play really for the Lions. The next pitch is going to be up and inside to Gillespie for ball 2. Gillespie batting .484 on the year. 2-0. This one misses for ball 3. .595 on base percentage, 21 RBIs, including 14 in the last 7 days, and 3 home runs, 2 in the last 7 days. The 3-0, he will watch a ball hit the very bottom outside part of the corner for strike 1. Still a hitter's count for Gillespie at 3 balls, 1 strike. Hit a 3-run home run against the Durant Lions last year at this ballpark. And the 3-1 will bounce into the catcher McClure, and it'll be Gillespie taking his base. So second walk issued by Matt Manners. The Buffaloes helped give the Lions an extra out by trying to advance on the base paths. Lions ended up getting the out over at third base. But McAlester back at first with 2 down, bottom of the first, 1-0 the score. And Braden Phillips tries to keep up his hot streak. First pitch to him is going to miss for ball 1. Looking at Phillips, he has a 5-game hit streak. He's had hits in 8 of his last 9. He's batting .500 in his last 5 games with 4 RBIs. Wouldn't be surprised if Gillespie tries taking second to try to get into scoring position for Phillips. Right now, though, he stays away, and the next pitch will miss low and outside, and the count moves to 2-0. Gillespie kind of trying to stare into the sun a little bit to look over at his third base coach and head coach, Justin Mullins. Good lead by Gillespie. Here he goes. The 2-0 will be fouled straight back, and Gillespie, who took a peek back, will also take a walk back over to first base, or a slight jog in this instance. 2-1 the count upcoming to Braden Phillips. Again, Phillips batting .375 on the year, a .512 on base percentage with 8 RBIs. If Gillespie can get over to second, Phillips batting .333 with runners in scoring. The 2-1, this time he pops it up again. The wind's going to take this one towards the press box and went right behind us. I was expecting a thud. And the count moves to 2-2. Deuces wild here for number 8, Braden Phillips. In his first at-bat yesterday went 1 for 4. Or he went 1 for 4 yesterday, but in his first at-bat had a 2 RBI single. Smoke right up the middle. The 2-2, Gillespie takes off for second. He's going to get there with ease. He actually takes a turnaround second. He'll try taking third, and the ball went into the... Looks like it went out of play, so that's going to allow Gillespie just to take second. So he doesn't get to advance an extra base. They're going to put him just at second base, and the count moves to full for Braden Phillips at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Gillespie does get into scoring position here for Phillips. Braden trying to drive him in with the score 1-0. Buffalo's leading in the bottom of the first. The payoff will be low, and that'll be ball 4 to Braden Phillips, the third walk of the inning for Matt Manners. And that brings up Gandon Mullins. The runners at first and second and 2 down. Buffaloes have been able to score their 1 run without having a hit so far. Mullins trying to get that first one for the Buffs. Here's the pitch. Be a fastball missing inside for ball 1. Mullins went 1 for 4 yesterday. The only batter for the Buffaloes not to strike out. Singled, flew out to left twice, and then grounded out to second. 1-0 pitch. Way too high. Out of the glove. Gillespie tries taking third. The throw will not be thrown to third. And Gillespie's just having fun on the base paths. He's trying to look for an opening. He's been known to take extra bases when the defense starts napping. He was thinking about going home because no one was covering home if the catcher wasn't paying attention, but luckily for the Lions, McClure was. The 2-0 called strike on a ball that was caught by the ankles, and that'll move the count to 2-1. That's a tough strike call, but we'll have the runners at second and third. 2 balls, 1 strike, the count to Gandon Mullins. Manners delivers. This one's going to bounce off the plate. 3-1 upcoming to Gandon Mullins, who has hits in 4 out of his last 5, batting .353 in his last 5 games. Trying to bring in a couple of runs here. 3-1 pitch. This one is going to miss as well. 3 consecutive walks to the Buffaloes. 4 here in this bottom of the first, but the Buffaloes only leading 1-0, but it loads the bases. This bases loaded alert brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop. It's a full-service collision repair center and restoration shop in McAlester. Looks like we're going to be having a mound visit. We'll take a 30-second break and be back here on KNED.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester, and it is Truck Month, and I am so pumped. We haven't had a Truck Month in over 2 years because we just didn't have any trucks. But for this Truck Month, we have specially marked F-150s with 0% for 48 months or 0.9 for 60 on all 22 model F-150s or 3.9% on 23 model F-150s, plus a great selection of used. So come see us while supplies last at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester, and let us make it happen for you.
So, quick mound visit for the Lions. Matt Manners with the bases loaded. 2 down, bottom of the first. Buffaloes leading by 1, looking for more. First pitch to Gunnar Hodgel, fouled straight back for strike 1. It's been 4 walks here in the bottom of the first inning for Matt Manners, 3 in a row. Buffaloes trying to take advantage of it here early. Hodgel, in his sophomore season, so far batting .355, 9 RBIs, 55% of his hits with runners in scoring position. Trying for another one. The 0-1 is going to be a curveball that got away from Manners, and the count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. Hodgel batting .429 with runners in scoring. And he's looking for more runs here. He's got 9 on the year batted in. The 1-1 is going to bounce in the dirt. I say dirt, turf. Still used to the old playing field over here at Mike Deak. The count 2-1. Manners trying to find the zone. 2-1 pitch is going to miss low and inside for ball 3. So 1 pitch away maybe for Hodgel to get a run here if it's a 4th consecutive walk. 3 balls, 1 strike, hitter's count for Hodgel. The pitch. Just above the letters, that'll be ball 4 and an RBI the easy way. 4 consecutive walks from Matt Manners. Brings up Spencer Stinchcomb. Bases, of course, still loaded for McAlester, leading 2-0 now in the bottom of the first inning. Those 2 outs coming on 1 play. Will end up being a double play on a sac fly for Caden Lussnow. Sam out trying to advance over to third. Stinchcomb with 5 RBIs on the year, batting .214 with runners on. First pitch to him. Takes a big hack, but fouls it straight back on top of the tunnel. And the count is 0-1. Stinchcomb trying to bounce back from yesterday. Had an 0-for-4 day, but of course he's had some big hits for the Buffaloes thus far this year. Looking for another one with the bases juiced. 2-0 the count from the 8 hole here for McAlester, the 0-1. Popped it straight up in the infield. Might be tough for the catcher. McClure tosses the helmet and will make the catch for out number 3. The Buffaloes leave the bases loaded, but they do take the lead in the bottom of the first. 2-0 our score here on KNED.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on? We can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Customers aren't going to be able to make that. Did you say further? No!
Come shoot for your TTNL during Benton Madness and a lot closer than Morgan.
Have you ever thought about playing college basketball? Too easy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at bentonnissan.com.
We head to the top of the second inning. McAlester with a 2-0 lead. They took advantage of 5 walks in the bottom of the first inning for Matt Manners. But all things considered, Lions got out of it with minimal damage. Only 2 runs scored by the Buffaloes, but not on a single hit. They'll have the 9-1-2 batters coming up in the bottom of the second. But for the Lions, it looks like 5, 6, 7 up. Holden Robinson, Caden Neal, and Lucas McClure. As Lussnow will toe the rubber once more against the Lions. In top of the second inning, McAlester up 2-0. Here comes the first pitch from righty junior Caden Lussnow, and it's going to be a fastball at the knees for strike 1. Again, Holden Robinson went over 2 yesterday, walked, reached on a drop third strike, and struck out looking in his 3 plate appearances. Next pitch, nice curveball from Lussnow, and the count moves to 0-2. Didn't see a ton of curveballs in the last inning for Lussnow, but that one was sharp as can be. The 0-2 goes back to the curveball, tries to get Robinson to chase. He does not. The count is now 1-2. 1-2 the count on Robinson. Infield shifted to the right a little bit. Mullins way off the third base bag. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball low below the knees. Count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a little bit of a shift here to the right. Second baseman Stinchcomb a little bit further off of the second base bag than normal. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, left side, off the backhand. Mullins in the perfect spot, throws over to first in time for out number 1. So we talked about Mullins kind of being shifted a little bit over to the right off the back. He was in perfect positioning. Buffaloes knew exactly what was up, and that led to the out, and that brings up Caden Neal. Neal, the first baseman, number 12 for the Lions. Again, forced McAllister's defense to work yesterday, only striking out 4 times. As here comes the first pitch to Neal, missing a little bit outside for ball 1. Take that back 5 times, 4 by Sam, 1 by Lauerman to end the game. As here comes the 1-0 pitch. This one will fill the zone and move the count to even at 1 ball, 1 strike. And Mullins will continue to play a little bit off that third base bag. Anything down the line, pretty much no shot for Mullins, unless he just fully extends and makes one of the best plays you'll see in high school baseball. The 1-1 is going to be a curveball low outside, and the count is now 2-1. Again, a big story for today. It's usually always the weather. The first thing that we always looked at as players, which way is the wind blowing? Which way are the flags blowing? It's blowing in from left field. The 2-1, curveball misses by the ankles to move the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. So Les now kind of starting out some counts in favor for the batter, leading to some pitches to hit for the line hitters early on. 3-1 at the letters, strike 2. A lot of deep counts here early for Caden Lesnow. He's pitched in now 24 innings. 3-2. High fly ball, center field. Watkins having to come in on it as it meets the wind, and it's going to be caught for out number 2. So Neal flies out to center field over to Ethan Watkins, and that brings up Lucas McClure, the DH number 4. Again, mentioning the wind, it's blowing at about 11 miles per hour, steady in from this, blowing towards the south, but in from left field, and sometimes gusts reaching up to 25 miles an hour. McClure out at the 7th spot, only lefty in the Lions lineup, will pop this one up and say goodbye as the wind will take that one into the parking lot. Well, actually on top of the grandstand. If this was played yesterday, someone would have either caught a foul ball there or would have been getting out of the way. Count is 0-1 now to Lucas McClure. The Lions, a very young team, graduated quite a bit of seniors last year. 0-1 pitch from Les now. Catching the outside corner on the late strike call. The count moves to 0-2. But the Lions youth, a lot of promise. Getting some experience here in their freshman season, some of them freshmen. Here comes the 0-2 from Lesnow. Can't get the backwards K, just misses a little bit outside. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. I can't really see how close to the plate the lefty McClure is, but if it's anything like yesterday, he likes to toe that line, crowd the plate. The 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Second strikeout of the day, rather, for Caden Lesnow. And that'll send us to the bottom of the 2nd inning with the Buffaloes leading 2-0 here on KNED.
Do you think this is far enough?
Unbelievable. Customers aren't going to be able to make that.
Did you say further?
No.
Come shoot for your TTNL during Benton Madness and a lot closer than Morgan.
Have you ever thought about playing college basketball? Too easy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at bentonnissan.com.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Simulcasting this game on the radio and on YouTube. Again, listen on the radio if you're driving. KNED, 1150 AM, 98.3 FM locally, anywhere in the world from the KNED app or at the McAllisterRadio.com website. Watching online at McAllister Radio's YouTube page. As we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, McAllister leading 2-0. First pitch to the new batter, Tyler Phillips, will miss low and outside for ball 1. Phillips is the DH today, senior, number 13. DHing with the left fielder, number 4, Jaden Chaney. Buffaloes with a 2-0 advantage as the 1-0 pitch will be cut on and missed by Phillips for strike one. Tyler Phillips on the year batting .300, same for the on-base percentage, has not walked this year. Also has a double to his name that he hit over in Midwest City. Next pitch, takes a hack at this one, fouls it straight back, and the count is 1-2 on Phillips. Manners winds up and delivers the 1-2. Curveball, line drive, but straight to the shortstop Robbins, who fields it on a knee. And that'll be out number one. Good piece by Phillips, but straight to Robbins. That's out number one. Brings up the top of the lineup. Buffalo still without a hit so far through the first 9 batters, but they walked again 5 times in the bottom of the first. Was able to bring 2 of those runs home, one on a sac fly and another one on an RBI walk by Gunnar Hodgel. Watkins reached on an E1. First pitch to him, shows bunt, pulls back as it lands behind Watkins for ball 1. McAlester trying to make the most out of their base runners, left him loaded back in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-0 shows bunt, pulls back, it misses once again for ball 2. Has been the Achilles heel so far for the Lions as their walks and hit by pitches. As the 2-0. It's going to be a big swing by Watkins coming up with air. 2 balls, 1 strike. On the season, they have 116 combined walks and hit by pitches, looking at the Lions. Manners, the 2-1 pitch, is going to skip across the plate, and the count is now 3-1 on Watkins. To put that into perspective, McAlester, in the same amount of games, has had 53. 3-1. Line drive, center field, coming in and making the catch. Nice piece by Watkins again, but Ryder Jones right in the right place, right time. So 2 batters, 2 great licks, but just straight to the fielders. And that leads to 2 outs, and we head to Seth Sam. Sam walked his first time up. Shortstop number 15 today for the Buffs. Buffalo's leading 2-0 in the bottom of the second inning. He's going to ground this one to the left side, coming in Robbins. Bobbles it, and it's going to be an E6. McAlester still without a hit, but they're leading 2-0, and Sam will reach the base path. Second error of the day for the Lions. Had 4 yesterday. And Caden Lesnow, who had a sac fly his last time up, will try to reach base, or if Sam can get into scoring position, drive him home. 2-0 the score right now for the Buffs. And Manners will step off. I think that Manners did pitch in the final game of the season for the Lions last year, in which McAlester won 12-0 as the first pitch will miss inside for ball 1. I can get a line on that game momentarily. Count 1-0. The pitch. This one's going to skip. Sam's going to get there without a throw. This will actually be defensive indifference there for Sam to reach second. Looking at Matt Manners, he pitched in 1 inning. He gave up 3 hits, 4 walks, 4 earned runs, even though 6 were scored on him in that 1 inning on the mound. A little spin move, throw over towards second. Caught, but Sam in there in plenty of time. So the Buffalo scored 1 run in the first, scored 5 in the second, 4 in the third, 2 in the fourth to get the run rule win. Buffaloes gave up 3 hits. They had 8. Both teams had 2 errors apiece in that game last year over in Grove. And time called the last second by Lesnow. Just before Manners was about to lift that leg. As we get further away from 5 o'clock, more people filling into the stands over here at Mike Deak Field. We encourage you to do so. It's a beautiful day for baseball. A little bit chilly, but a jacket makes it not too bad. Manners delivers the 2-0. This one will fill the zone on the fastball from Manners, who played third yesterday for the Lions. Count 2-1. Buffs trying to bring Sam around from second base, where he's in scoring position currently. Manners takes 3 looks at second, Sam takes off. Here's the line drive right field. This one's going to get over the head of the right fielder. This could be an inside the Parker. Lesnau's going to round first as the run already scores. Lesnau's going to go to second. Ball's going to be thrown in from the right field area, and it's going to be a triple. It's going to be an RBI triple for Caden Lesnau, opposite field, and the Buffaloes are up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Another triple for Caden Lesnau, as that is his 7th extra base hit of the season. He's a team leader in triples. That's his 4th of the year already. Buffalo's up 3-0 with a runner at third for Ethan Gillespie with 2 down. First pitch to Gillespie. Long looping curveball from Manners finds his own for strike one. So the Buffaloes getting this run with 2 down in the inning. Started off with an E6 and that RBI triple from Lesnau. He's got 2 RBIs today. The 0-1 is going to hit Gillespie. First hit by pitch of the day. Brings up Braden Phillips. So McAlester has had 1 hit today, and it was that triple by Lesnau. That one kept on carrying, too. Again, that right side of the field with about 5:30 today, really hard to see looking over towards the grandstand. The sun's starting to come in line with the eye level. Gillespie, good lead over at first. They're going to pick off over there, but he'll be in there standing. I love watching Gillespie run the bases because, especially if he's the lead runner, like we said, he's always looking for a break to be able to take an extra base. He just looks like he's having fun on the base paths. And he takes off for second here as this pitch is going to be low and outside, but a great play by McClure keeps the ball in front and keeps Lesnau over at third base. So Gillespie gets over to second. McAlester looking for another base hit here to try to go up possibly 5-0 in the bottom of the second inning. They led by 6 through 2 innings yesterday. The 1-0 is going to do the same, and once again, McClure has been a wall all series. Again, yesterday, I don't think he had a single pass ball. Today, I think there's been one, but it was just a ball that he could not get to. Manners delivers the 2-0. This one's going to be low as well. We are 1 pitch away from having the bases loaded again, possibly for Gannon Mullins. 3-0 right now for McAlester. The pitch. This one low outside corner, strike one. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Here to Braden Phillips. Manners trying to get back in the count. The 3-1. This one will miss outside, and that's 2 plate appearances, 2 walks for Braden Phillips, and another free base here to the Buffaloes.
Now batting for Buffalo, third baseman Gannon.
It's already the 7th hit by pitch / walk, and we might be having a new pitcher coming up for the Lions as the bases are loaded for McAlester. We'll take a 30-second break at least to be back here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make a deal. All 22-year model Gladiators in stock offer $2,500 cash back. All 22 Chargers and Challengers feature $3,000 cash back. Patriot has new 2023 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Laredos with $5,550 cash back. 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Limiteds in stock, $4,000 cash back. Yes, the best deal on a new vehicle is always at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Best Western Inn and American Lodge and Suites in McAlester are both locally owned and operated. Both offer clean and comfortable rooms at a great price. Best Western Inn and American are proud sponsors of McAlester Buffalo Sports, wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Inn Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. Before we go any further, we want to announce to everybody that there is a benefit dinner going on for the family of Joseph Barlow. Again, Barlow passed away last week after the car accident that happened a couple weeks ago. So we are still, as a community, piling together in support of Joseph Barlow and his family. They're going to be having that benefit dinner until 8:30 tonight. Again, that's going to be at the Country Club until 8:30 tonight, so keep that in mind. All right, we have a pitch and change brought to you by Jet Tire Service. They offer over 18 major tire brands. See us in friendly Old Town or on jettire.net. Don't fret, call Jet. Holden Robinson on the mound for the Lions. As the first pitch will be popped up in the air. Right side, might be trouble. Wind keeps on carrying it and out of play. If the wind's not blowing in 20 miles an hour from center field, that might be an out there for Gannon Mullins, but instead it's just strike one. 2 down for the Buffaloes with the bases loaded. This bases loaded alert is brought to you by Lindley's Paint and Body Shop, a full-service collision repair center and restoration shop in McAlester. Buffaloes leading 3-0, a pivotal point in the game. They can really break it open right here if they can get one base hit. Bases loaded with 2 down in the bottom of the second inning. 0-1 pitch to Mullins. Pops this one up the same way, and once again, the wind is going to carry it on top of the press box. And the count is 0-2. Deja vu there. The count 0-2. 2 quick strikes from Robinson, who is a straight switch. As Manners now goes over to third base, and Robinson moves over to the mound. Robinson has only pitched in 2 2/3, so if he gets it out here, he will have 3 innings pitched. Looking for his first strikeout of the season. He's got Mullins at 0-2. The pitch is going to be down low, and that'll be ball 1. 0 strikeouts to 6 walks. Again, in limited action at 13.13 ERA. And we have a balk. He was coming set and then went back down. That is a balk, and that's going to score a run for the Buffaloes. He balked with the bases loaded, and the Buffaloes now lead 4-0. He was coming set, but then decided to bring the leg back down, and that will lead to a balk for the Lions and a run for the Buffaloes. 4-0 the score. Runners at second and third now for McAlester with the count 1-2 for Gannon Mullins. The pitch. Pop this one up again, and just like the last two, this one's going to go further towards the cars. Hopefully no one ends up having to need a new windshield. Count still 1-2. Looking to get on top of one here and get it into the outfield. Left fielder, despite the wind blowing in the way that it is, Avalos is playing pretty decently far back in left field. The 1-2 is going to hit Gannon. He kind of tried to get out of the way and brought his arms inside. That'll hit him, and that will load the bases again for McAlester. For Gunnar Hodgel, who's already got 1 RBI today on a walk. McAlester is leading 4-0 despite having 1 base hit, an RBI triple from Caden Lesnow. And right now, Hodgel's looking for hit number 2. First pitch to him. Fouls this one straight back for strike 1. Looking at Hodgel, he's batting .538 in his last 6 games, hitting .500 or better in 4 of those last 5. And now he's got 6 RBIs in the last 7 games. And he has, after that RBI with the bases loaded, has RBIs in 5 straight games. As the fastball to Hodgel is going to miss above eye level, and the count moves to 1 ball, 1 strike. That's credit to Hodgel, but also a major credit to people like Gannon Mullins and Braden Phillips, Ethan Gillespie, guys getting on for him to drive in. Like we said, just keeps on getting more ribbies. Hodgel at 10 on the year. The 1-1. Going to be a line drive that's going to get over the third baseman and land fair. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. Mullins rounding second. He'll go to third standing, and that'll be a 2 RBI double for Gunnar Hodgel that stays hot. The sophomore continues to have a phenomenal sophomore year here through 13 games, and the Buffaloes go up 6-0 on the Durant Lions on the 2 RBI double for Gunnar Hodgel. McAlester getting all these runs here in the bottom of the second. 4 now for him with 2 down. First two batters that came up lined out to short and lined out to center. Here comes Spencer Stinchcomb, who popped out to the catcher last time. First pitch to him, low outside, ball 1. So Hodgel now with 12 RBIs on the year. That is good for second on the team behind Ethan Gillespie. Count 1-0, and the pitch to Stinchcomb. Gonna hit this one hard towards the hole. It's gonna be bobbled by Manners, picks it back up, throws it way too high for the first baseman. Stinchcomb's gonna stay put at first. There'll be no throw at home plate, and that'll be 2 more runs scoring on the E5. So McAlester goes up 8-0 just like that. All 6 runs scored with 2 down, and we have now officially batted around. Tyler Phillips coming off the inning with a line out to short. Runner at first is Stinchcomb. And the pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1. And that just goes to show, again, put the ball in play, good things happen. McAlester struck out 12 times yesterday, wanted to change that, wanted to get more outs by hitting the ball rather than out of the plate. And it's showing what happens when you strike out a little bit less. You force the team to work a little bit more and force them to make mistakes, leads to more runs and a better chance to win. 8-0 McAlester leading in the bottom of the second inning still as they have officially batted around. Another pickoff over to first. Two-handed slide in for Stinchcomb. Third time they picked off over to him. One and 0 the count and the pitch. Cut from Phillips, coming up empty. The count even now, 1 ball, 1 strike. I know that we kind of went dead on the YouTube side of things. This is kind of new, but we're going to recover that broadcast here pretty soon. If you're now listening, I don't know what happened with our stream there, but we're going to get it back here pretty soon. As Phillips will watch this one miss up high. The count is 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. We'll get it all taken care of here in just a second. The 2-1 pitch. Ground ball left side, coming in is Robbins. Fielding it on the hop, throws over to first. Having to dig it out is the first baseman, Neal, but he does so in time for out number 3. But the Buffalo score 6 runs first in the bottom of the second inning to take an 8-0 lead. We head to the top of the third right here on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned, because I'm all about keeping my money in our town. I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So a cool thing about being an engineer / play-by-play man and everything else, you have to keep up with what's going on the technical side of things. For whatever reason, it shows on our screen here that we're not going out live, but I'm looking over at YouTube right now. We are indeed live on YouTube, so everything's taken care of. It just looks kind of weird from our end. 8-0 is our score. We played 2 full innings. McAlester scored 2 in the first, 6 in the second to give Caden Lussnow cushion here for the Buffaloes. We head to the top of the third inning. It'll be the 8-9-1 batters up for the Durant Lions: Mason Backew, Ryder Jones, and Cole Robbins. Lussnow's first pitch of the third inning is going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. Lussnow so far has had 2 strikeouts to 1 walk. He has given up 1 base hit to Matt Manners. Buffaloes have had 1 error. The Lions have had 3. And again, like we said, 1 base hit. Next pitch is going to be a curveball low outside. Count evens up at 1 ball, 1 strike. But for any reason, if we do just go off the YouTube stream, someone let us know. I know that we've got some viewers right now. Here comes the 1-1. Ground ball left side, well foul. And the count is 1-2. Again, the Buffalo defense seems like for the majority of the game, they've been shifted to the right, more towards the right side of the field with the wind blowing in the way that it is. So Mullins has been playing off that third base line a little bit more. Here comes the 1-2. Curveball, nice one, but doesn't catch the knees. Gillespie double pumped twice thinking that he got the strikeout. He never does that. And they call it a ball. It counts 2-2. And Coach Dixon, I'm even hearing him from the field. Mike says, that looked pretty good. I don't know where that missed, the 2-2. It doesn't matter. He gets him swinging anyway. Sit him down, throw it around. One down here in the top of the third inning. Back-to-back strikeouts dating back to the top of the second inning for Caden Lesnow brings up Ryder Jones. And for Lesnow, 34 strikeouts on the early season. I say early season, we're about a third of the way through now already. Busy April coming up. First pitch to Ryder Jones is low for ball one. So we finished this game looking at the remainder of the season. We finished this game, then we go to the Rose Rock Classic over in Noble, Oklahoma, starting with a 4 p.m. bout against Norman on Thursday. As here's the 1-0 pitch to Jones, missing up and inside this time, opposite quadrant. The count moves to 2-0. And there'll be 3 games, one played on Thursday, one played on Friday, one played on Saturday. Unless the weather affects that, then you could see it changed this weekend. And then April comes around, and that is a behemoth of a schedule if we have no rainouts. The 2-0 pitch is going to catch the knees for strike one on the fastball from Lesnow. 2 balls, 1 strike. Almost every week, the Buffaloes play Monday, Tuesday, take Wednesday off, play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Here comes the 2-1 from Lesnow. This one's going to miss low for ball 3. There is one Saturday that the Buffaloes don't play right now. There is one Thursday that the Buffaloes don't play as of right now. Other than that, they play every day but Sunday and Wednesday in the month of April, including some big district series coming up as the 3-1 misses outside, and that'll be ball 4. So that will be a walk to Ryder Jones, and the first base runner since Matt Manners in the first inning, who hit a single. And speaking of the top of the order, we're back to the top of the order with Cole Robbins, who struck out on a foul tip back to the glove of Gillespie. Buffaloes with an 8-0 lead. Top of the third, 1 down, runner at first. The pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Yeah, left in McAllister's district schedule, I mean, there's some tough ones. There are a lot of tough ones for the weeks ahead. Sepulpa, including Shawnee, Bishop Kelly, Glenpool, all of them on the way in the month of April. Some big-time baseball coming your way. Pick off over to first, not in time. And looking at some of the arms that some of these other teams have, for example, Sepulpa, Glenpool's got a couple of really good pitchers. If you like pitchers' duels, you might see a lot of them on Mondays and Tuesdays in the month of April. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch. This one's curveball missing low outside. The count is now 1-1 to Cole Robbins on the series 1 for 4 against McAlester here in his freshman year. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lesnow takes a couple of peeks towards first and delivers the 1-1. This will be a ground ball up the middle, chance for a double play. Filling it is Sam, stepping on second, over to first in time for the double play. 2 for the price of 1 for Seth Sam, 6-3 double play, and that will send us to the home half of the third inning. McAlester leading 8-0 here on KNED.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make a deal. All 22-year model Gladiators in stock offer $2,500 cash back. All 22 Chargers and Challengers feature $3,000 cash back. Patriot has new 2023 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Laredos with $5,550 cash back. 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Limiteds in stock, $4,000 cash back. Yes, the best deal on a new vehicle is always at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Best Western Inn and American Inn Lodge and Suites in McAlester are both locally owned and operated. Both offer clean and comfortable rooms at a great price. Best Western Inn and American Inn are proud sponsors of McAlester Buffalo Sports, wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Inn Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester, and it is Truck Month, and I am so pumped. We haven't had a Truck Month in over 2 years because we just didn't have any trucks. But for this Truck Month, we have specially marked F-150s with 0% for 48 months or 0.9 for 60 on all 22 model F-150s or 3.9% on 23 model F-150s, plus a great selection of used. So come see us while supplies last at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester, and let us make it happen for you.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The Buffaloes are looking for 5 straight wins today. They were at 1.4-4 after their classic game that they lost against Cashion that went 9 innings. Since then, they have took that to heart, and they've won 5 straight. And looking for another district sweep. They had one against Will Rogers last week, looking for one against Durant today. They lead 8-0 heading to the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 more runs puts them into run rule territory, but again, for district play, you don't get to run rule territory until 10 after 5. But they can get to that 10-run mark, hopefully, here in the 3rd inning by getting some more runs on the board. They start off at the top of the order, and Ethan Watkins. Here's the windup from Robinson, and the first pitch to Watkins will be a fastball at the letters for strike 1. Watkins is 0 for 2. He reached on an error and lined out to center field on a great hit, just straight to Ryder Jones. First time for today, Robinson working out of the windup as the 0-1 is going to hit Watkins. So hit by pitch brings up Seth Sam.
No, for Buffalo, shortstop, Seth Sam.
So that is the 9th walk / hit by pitch for the Durant Lions today. Only here into the 3rd inning. You might be wondering how the Buffaloes gotten 8 runs on 2 hits. Well, 3 errors by Durant, but also, like we mentioned, those 9 free passes already given up. Sam is 0 for 1. He's reached on a walk in an E6. Pitch to Sam is going to go behind him. It's actually going to hit him. Watkins was taken off for second, even slid too, but it doesn't matter as that's going to hit him in the back. And it's back-to-back hit by pitches on back-to-back pitches. That brings up Caden Less now, who has one of the 2 hits for the Buffaloes. They don't have a single yet today. They have 2 extra base hits. Hodgel has a double. Les now has a triple that went over the right fielder back in the 2nd inning. Buffaloes with runners at 1st and 2nd, nobody out. Robinson looks to second and delivers. First pitch low outside. And that is Watkins itching to get over to 3rd base. He's taken off for 3rd plenty of times before. Leadoff man for a reason. Usually with the leadoff man brings plenty of speed. Wouldn't be surprised if he tries taking off here in the next couple of pitches. Les now tries to get a bunt down on a low pitch, but it's going to go behind Coach Dixon at first. And the count is 1-1 to Les now. He's officially 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs, a sac fly, and that triple. 8-0 for the Buffs. Robinson coming set again, looking at second, where Watkins is taking a huge lead, and here comes the 1-1 that goes over the catcher. Perfect bounce back to the catcher, but still allows Watkins to reach where he wanted to go. And now runners at 2nd and 3rd on a ball way too high and inside to move the count to 2-1. Again, the Lions were excellent yesterday when it came to throwing strikes. They only had 2 walks the entire game, only 2 free passes, and it kept them in the game. It kept it at a 7-run game, but today they've had 9, and it's led to an 8-0 deficit here. As this one's going to be a line drive, it'll be caught by the shortstop. What a play. It'll be a double play. A highlight reel catch by the shortstop, Cole Robbins, as he leaped as high as he could leap, brought it down, and got the runner that was off the back, Seth Sam, who was wanting to score off the bat. Can't blame him for how that one was going to fall, and that's 2 for the price of 1 for the Lions. We've already had 4 double plays in this game between the 2 teams. And that one will leave it with a runner only at 3rd with 2 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Buffalo's leading 8-0. First pitch to Gillespie. He'll drive in a run on a rip over to the left fielder, Avalos. And that's another RBI for Ethan Gillespie, now with 15 in the last 7 days.
Batting for McAlester, the first
So he
baseman.
drives in Ethan Watkins. McAlester up 9-0 in the bottom of the third. As Phillips has walked twice. He is now the team. Well, let's look at Gannon. He's tied for the team lead in walks with Gannon Mullins. First pitch to Phillips nearly hits him, runs in on his hands, and the count is 1-0. Getting 2 down for the Buffaloes. Yeah, four out of their, what is that now? 8, half of their outs have been double plays by the Lions. Gillespie takes off for second. This one's going to be a pop-up. Easy one here to the second baseman. Grabbing it will be Whitfield, and now be out number 3. The Buffaloes do get a run, though, in the bottom of the third, extend their lead to 9-0 as we head to the top of the fourth inning here on KNED.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. OK Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great
Do you
season.
think this is far enough? Unbelievable. Customers aren't going to be able to make that.
Did you say further?
No.
Come shoot for your TTNL during Fenton Madness and a lot closer than Morgan.
Have you ever thought about playing college basketball? Too easy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Fenton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at fentonnissan.com.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma, as the McAlester Buffaloes are leading the Durant Lions currently 9-0 as we head to the top of the fourth inning. It will be up to the plate, the 2-3-4 batters for the Durant Lions. Again, we've had 4 combined double plays in this game, 2 of them from the center field position. So it's been a kind of wild day so far for these two teams. Second time through the lineup for the Lions, and the first pitch to Jared Avalos will be low for ball 1. Avalos reached on a walk. The left fielder today, number 13 for Durant. Buffalo's up 9-0. Les now winds up and delivers this one. Nice curveball in there for strike 1. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. The Buffaloes, when they come up in the bottom of the fourth inning, will be halfway through their third time through the lineup. 1-1 from Les now. Curveball low outside. So Avalos gets ahead in the count 2-1. Like we mentioned, McAlester looking for their 5th straight win, looking to improve to 9-4. Ahead of the Rose Rock Classic, the 2-1 pitch. High chopper, might be a tough play. Coming in is Mullins to cut him off, throwing on the run in time for out number 1. Great play by Gannon Mullins, fielding that ball right behind the pitcher's mound, about halfway between the rubber and the second base bag, and that is what you're taught to do if you're a third baseman. If you can cut off that ground ball, you cut it off and make the play because it's an easier play for you. That's what Mullins did and was able to make a fine play for out number 1. Brings up Matt Manners. Manners has the only hit so far for the Lions. First pitch to him is going to miss the letters for ball 1. So the Lions had a chance to take an early lead on the Buffaloes in the top of the first inning. They put runners at second and third with only 1 down. Then a fly out by Elijah McClure to center field. Looked like it was a sure sack fly. It was a 1-0. It's going to be a high hit, line drive, deep left center field. This one's going to split the fielders and bounce off of the Choctaw sign over in left center field. This will be a 1-out double for Matt Manners. And now he's got both base hits for the Lions.
Now batting for Durant, the catcher, Elijah McClure.
Going back to Manners from last year, he had the only hit for the Lions in the game at Durant last year, and that was a 10-0 win for the Buffaloes. After that, Trent Boatwright retired the next 21 in a row. Manners kept him from a perfect game. So Elijah McClure was robbed of an RBI from Ethan Watkins back in the first inning. First pitch to him, pops this one up, and you can say goodbye to that. Wynn's going to take that one into the sea of concrete, and the count is 0-1. Austin, pretty good game so far for the Buffs?
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
You took the mic away from you just let the game roll around. Count 0-1, runner at scoring position for the Durant Lions with one down. Less now a couple of peeks towards second base, and the pitch. This one will miss down by the ankles, and the count is 1 ball, 1 strike. One's across the board. Buffalo so far today with 3 base hits, but 9 runs off those 3 hits. The pitch. This one will miss outside, and the count is now 2-1 to the righty Elijah McClure. Matt Manners is standing over at second. Buffalo is trying to keep Manners from scoring. 2-1. Less now. The pitch. This one in the turf. Good job by Gillespie. And with the count 3-1, Coach Dixon says, I'm going to go talk to Les now before we have a chance of maybe walking this batter. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be back here on KNED.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to picklepalaceok.com.
So Coach Dixon trying to calm down Les now, get him back into the zone. Healthy lead for the Buffaloes, a 9-0 lead here in the top of the 4th inning. Runner at second for the Lions. Les now is cruising before that double by Manners into the gap. The count is 3-1 on Elijah McClure. The pitch. This one he'll pop up towards shallow center field. This one might be a tough play. Stinchcomb will make the catch. That one was a little bit scary, but he makes the catch in an awkward position for out number 2. Kind of had the 2 hands with the glove down by his pocket right there, his shirt pocket, if you would have a shirt pocket, near that logo for McAlester. But with the wind blowing in the way that it is, he was the only person to have a play on it as it found itself in the infield, but he made the catch for out number 2, bringing up Holden Robinson. First pitch to him, called strike 1 on the fastball. I'm telling you, the wind is blowing so hard in from center field. Now it's kind of died down a little bit, but with the way that it's blowing in, that one would have normally been caught by Ethan Watkins, but it was caught in the infield by Spencer Stinchcomb. The 0-1. Line drive off the right side, and Les now gets back ahead in the count 0-2. So it's 3 straight strikes for Les now since the meeting with Coach Dixon. Whatever he told him, put it on a motivational poster and put it on my bedroom wall. Count is 0-2. I don't think Destiny would like that decor, though. If you don't know Destiny and my wife. The 0-2 count. Here comes the pitch from Les now. Curveball got the knees buckling. Strike 3 got him looking. And that will be the end of the top of the 4th inning. We played half a 7-inning ball game. McAlester looking to score 1 more run and then put the Lions away in the top of the 5th for possibly a run rule victory. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Since 1952, W.E. Alford Propane has been your source for propane and petroleum products, both residential and commercial. W.E. Alford Propane serves eastern and southeastern Oklahoma with locations in the Eufaula area, McAlester, Shakota, Wilburton, Hartshorn, and Muskogee, just to name a few. If you need propane or petroleum products, there's only one number to call, 918-423-3121. Call today. W.E. Alford Propane, serving the area for 70 years.
I was looking for a bank that actually cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs, and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town, I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester is ready to make a deal. All 22-year model Gladiators in stock offer $2,500 cash back. All 22 Chargers and Challengers feature $3,000 cash back. Patriot has new 2023 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Laredos with $5,550 cash back. 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Limiteds in stock, $4,000 cash back. Yes, the best deal on a new vehicle is always at Patriot Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in McAlester. Best Western Inn and America Inn Lodge and Suites in McAlester are both locally owned and operated. Both offer clean and comfortable rooms at a great price. Best Western Inn and America Inn are proud sponsors of McAlester Buffalo Sports, wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and America Inn and Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
Welcome back to Mike Deak Field here in beautiful McAlester, Oklahoma. Beautiful day for baseball. A little bit chilly, but you couldn't picture a better day with no clouds in the sky. Sun setting over to our left. And like we said, the blue skies overhead. It'll be the bottom of the fourth inning. And the bottom half of the lineup for the Buffaloes starting off with 6-hole batter, Gannon Mullins, wearing number 6 on his back. First pitch to Mullins. He'll drive this one to right center field. This one is going to get over the head of the right fielder back you, and here comes Mullins. He's rounding first. He's going to get a triple out of this, maybe more. His dad's waving him home. He's going to round third, and he's going to stay put there. He was waving him home until he got to the third base bag, and so that'll be Gannon Mullins with a stand-up triple, the second one of the day for the Buffaloes, other one coming courtesy of Caden Lesnow. So Gannon Mullins with a leadoff triple on the first pitch at the bottom of the fourth inning. Brings up Gunnar Hodgel. Just missed an inside-the-park home run. We're going to be having a change here, as it looks like number 16, which will be, that looks like, make sure I have the right number here. I got to go back and get the lineup. Looks like first pitch to Hodgel is going to miss upstairs. That's Stephen Menard here over in right field. Runner at third is Mullins, and the 1-0 to Hodgel. Fills the zone for strike one. Hodgel looks to continue his excellent streak that he's been on over the last 7 games now, batting .600 now in the last 7 games. With 8 RBIs in that time span. 1-1's going to miss low and outside for ball 2. Today he's got 3 RBIs, leading the team in that stat, with a 2 RBI double as well. And the kid keeps on hitting extra base hits as well. Had one yesterday. No, he did not, actually. He had an RBI single. I thought he had a double. Here comes the 2-1. This one's going to get over the head of the catcher, but it's going to keep Mullins at third. As, again, the backstop a little bit closer here in McAlester, not always a sure thing, and that would be the run to put McAlester up by 10, and if they hold the Lions to no runs in the top of the 5th, if they can score that run, it would result in a run rule. 3-1, the pitch to Hodgel. Big cut, but coming up empty. Count still full, though, for him, 3-2. Hodgel, the sophomore, actually 4th on the team in batting average, too. 2nd on the team in RBIs. 3-2 pitch. This one's going to miss low and inside. Actually gets away from the catcher. How it slow rolled past McClure. Mullins had a chance if he would have went immediately, but he'll stay at third, just playing it safe. Don't blame him. Get nobody out. Don't want to give the Lions an out right here, as that'll be a walk to Gunnar Hodgel. And bringing up Spencer Stinchcomb. 0 for 2. He popped out at the catcher and reached on an error by the third baseman on a hard-hit ground ball. Buffalo's up 9-0. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. The pitch, Hodgel takes off for second. Going after it, this one's going to be a fly ball in the infield. Hodgel retreating back over to first. Robbins looking for the ball. There's a collision at first base between Stinchcomb and the first baseman, Neal. But again, that's just off the ball. Hodgel will be the person to go to first base
58, Tyler Phillips.
as he was already standing there. So it's a fly out to short. And that'll bring up Tyler Phillips. Runners at the corners, 1 down, 9-0 McAlester leading. Phillips is 0 for 2. Both times hit the ball to the shortstop Robbins. He's lined out to short and struck, and it grounded out to short. First pitch to him, fastball outside corner, strike 1. Buffalo's trying to bring home that run from third to get to that 10-run mark. Robinson delivers. Hodgel takes off for second. The throw will go to second base. Mullins will stay put at third. And the count on the scoreboard, 1 ball, 1 strike. It is 1-1. And the infield will come in on the turf. They know that run at third is the run rule run. And the game wouldn't immediately end, obviously, but the 1-1 is going to catch the top of the zone for strike 2. Tough strike call. And the count is 1-2. The Buffaloes would have to retire the Lions without giving up a run in the top of the 5th if they score that run to get the run rule win. The 1-2. Way too high this time, no doubt about that one. Above the eyes, and the count is back to even at 2-2. Phillips looking for a base hit, trying to look for his first RBIs of the season. The 2-2 pitch. Grounds it up the middle past the second baseman, Whitfield. That's going to score 1 run. It might score 2 at will as Hodgel booking it down the third base line. We'll make it an 11-0 game. Again, put the ball in play. Good things happen. That's going to go down as an E4 on the Lions, and the Buffaloes will go back to the top of the order. Phillips hit that ball hard, and especially on that turf, it's going to come at you fast. And it just skipped past Whitfield, and now lead to McAlester leading 11-0. So they have that run rule area here, and then a run to give up as well. Of course, the Buffaloes not looking for that. As Watkins comes up to the plate, first pitch to him, he's coming up empty on a big swing for strike 1. Watkins, he has reached base twice despite being 0 for 2 thus far. He has reached on an error, lined out to center, and been hit by a pitch. Good lead at first by Phillips. The pitch. This one's going to hit the elbow guard of Ethan Watkins, and he's been hit by another one. Bringing up Seth Sam, and that's why a lot of players nowadays, they wear that elbow guard. Again, this is not a sponsorship for Evo Shield, but I can't tell you how many bones Evo Shield has saved. Seth Sam. Today he is 0 for 1. He has walked, been hit by a pitch, and reached on an E6. Pickoff over to second. Is going to skip past the second baseman going to the outfield, but with how fast it's skipping off that turf, it's keeping Phillips at the bag. Again, only 1 down still for McAlester in the bottom of the 4th inning. Sam is 7 for his last 11 with 4 RBIs, including a solo home run. Robinson, a couple of peeks to second. And the pitch. This one up above the letters. And the count 1-0 here to the senior Seth Sam. Seth Sam's favorite ball player, Adrian Beltre. I know we have a lot of Ranger fans in the area, as this one's going to be a high hit fly ball. Wind's going to stop this one from going any further than it is right now. Avalos underneath it, making the catch for out number 2. But going back to the Adrian Beltre comment, I don't think anybody in recent memory, in the last 10, 15 years, not a lot of people had more fun playing the game of baseball than Adrian Beltre. Caden Lustnow comes up. I believe he is, he flew out to center earlier, so he is now 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. 11-0, McAlester leading, 2 down, bottom of the 4th. First pitch to Lustnow will skip into the catcher McClure, and the count is 1-0 to Lustnow. McAlester also looking for their 6th straight win against the Durant Lions. The 1-0 showed bump, pulled back, nearly hit Lustnow, and the count is now 2-0. They split with the Lions back in 2021. They won 3 games in a row against Lions last year, and then won yesterday. The 2-0 fouled off and back to the backstop. The count is 2-1. We have 2 flags flying in center field, Old Glory and the McAlester baseball flag, but the state of Oklahoma flag is wrapped around the pole, and it's just staying put. Count 2-1. Robinson to a pause and 2-1 pitch. Nearly hits Les now in the dome. Trying to take third is Phillips, and there was a thought about it by a thought by McClure to throw it to third, but he keeps it, and I think he regretted that decision as he'll give it back to his pitcher Robinson. Falling behind him was Watkins, and the count is 3-1 here for Les now with a chance to bring in a couple more runs. Buffaloes have scored in every inning thus far. The 3-1. Ground ball left side. Coming in is Robbins. Grabs it. He dropped it on the transfer from the glove to the hand. Going to go down as another error here for the Lions. And that'll score another run for the Buffaloes. They lead 12-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Bringing up Ethan Gillespie. Just went past Ethan Watkins' ball, almost hit him on the ground ball. But from the transfer from glove to right hand, Robbins dropped it and led to another run to score from McAlester. First pitch to Gillespie, thought about unloading on a pitch, but leaves it for a strike. Gillespie is 1 for 1. He's walked, been hit by a pitch, and had an RBI single back his last time up. 4th time through the lineup for the Buffaloes. Leading 12-0. The pitch. Tries to swing at this one. It's going to be swung on and missed. Gets by the catcher, and Watkins is going to just trot on to home plate. And that will make it 13-0 on a swing and a miss. There was not a foul ball. On a swing and a miss, it went in and out of the glove of the catcher McClure and also allowed Les now to take second base. So it's 13-0, the Buffaloes in the lead. Gillespie down in the count 0-2. The Buffaloes have hit home runs in their last 3 games. So 3 straight games with home runs. I think this might come to an end today unless Gillespie can really rip one here against the wind. Down in the count 0-2, the pitch. This one will be popped up in the infield. First baseman Neal going back, looking up into the blue sky, making the catch for out number 3. But the Buffaloes score 4 more runs to get into run rule territory. If the Lions don't score 4 here at the top of the 5th, game over. McAlester leading 13-0 here on KNED.
Best Western Inn and American Inn Lodge and Suites in McAlester are both locally owned and operated. Both offer clean and comfortable rooms at a great price. Best Western Inn and American Inn are proud sponsors of McAlester Buffalo Sports, wishing the best of luck to all the players and coaches. Remember, when you need a clean, comfortable room at a great price, think Best Western Inn and American Inn Suites, both located on the 69 bypass in McAlester.
Hey guys, it's Sam from Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford here in McAlester, and it is Truck Month, and I am so pumped. We haven't had a Truck Month in over 2 years because we just didn't have any trucks. But for this Truck Month, we have specially marked F-150s with 0% for 48 months or 0.9 for 60 on all 22 model F-150s or 3.9% on 23 model F-150s, plus a great selection of used. So come see us while supplies last at Sam Wampler's Freedom Ford in beautiful McAlester, and let us make it happen for you.
Tire and Auto says come meet our new owner, Dylan Hackler. We're a Michelin dealer and we're stocked up with Cooper, Toyo, Hankook, and Max's Buckshot Mutters and Farm and ATV tires. Tire light on, we can fill your tires with nitrogen. We do brakes, alignments, struts, and oil changes too. You'll appreciate our fast, friendly service. All work's guaranteed and estimates are free. Okay, Tire and Auto, 801 North 1st, McAlester. Call 918-423-2121. Good luck, Buffs. Have a great season.
Do you think this is far enough? Unbelievable. Customers aren't going to be able to make that. Did you say further? No.
Come shoot for your TTNL during Benton Madness and a lot closer than Morgan.
Have you ever thought about playing college basketball? Too easy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at bentonnissan.com.
Welcome back to McAlester, Oklahoma. The score 13-0. McAlester looking for the win in run rule fashion here in the top of the fifth, leading against the Durant Lions. We do have a call to the bullpen brought to you by Jet Tire Service, offering over 18 major tire brands. See us in friendly Old Town or on jettire.net. Don't fret, call Jet. Ethan Watkins on the mound for McAlester. First pitch of the day for him is going to be a foul ball by number 12, Caden Neal, behind home plate. This is the second time through the lineup for the Lions. Batter number 6 for the Lions, who flew out to center his last time up. So Ethan Watkins, despite last year pitching in more games than any McAlester Buffalo pitcher, he pitched in 19 games, 7 more than the next guy, as the 0-1 is going to miss way high and outside. He went 3-2 last year with a save, 36 2/3 innings pitched, 4.24 ERA, 30 strikeouts to 22 walks, .284 batting average against him. Really good numbers for Ethan Watkins in a sophomore year, despite pitching more than any other pitcher last year when it comes to games pitched, as this next one misses way too high for ball 2. He has only pitched in 1 inning so far, and it was the very first game of the year for the Buffaloes against the Eufaula Ironheads in a 5-2 win. He pitched in 1 inning, actually recorded the win in that game. No strikeouts, no walks, no hits, of course, no earned runs. 2-1. Popped it up in the infield, right side, into foul territory. Phillips staring up into the sun, makes the catch for out number 1, and the Lions right now are down to their final 2 outs. Bringing up Lucas McClure, who struck out swinging his last time up. And Watkins, you might be wondering, well, he pitched so much last year, why has he only now pitched an inning and a third? Well, it's because he kind of got down with the sickness like Disturbed, like the band Disturbed, and he was finding himself really out for a week, as the first pitch is going to miss up and inside for ball 1. And plus, the other pitchers from McAlester, their starting pitchers, Caden Lesnow, Gannon Mullins, Seth Sam, a trio of excellent pitching to start off the year. McAlester really hasn't needed to really use a lot of relief pitchers so far this year. And Watkins, I don't think has ever started a game for McAlester varsity. He's always come in for relief, as the next pitch has got called strike to move the count to even at 1 ball, 1 strike. And when he was done being sick at the end of the week, where the final game was Bixby in that week, then we had the Southeast Shootout, which, again, 3 stellar outings by Sam, Lesnow, and Gannon Mullins. As the 1-1, he's going to fill the zone for strike 2, and the count is now 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then since then, you've been able to save pitchers with Will Rogers last week, and now this week with Durant having big leads into the final innings. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Watkins looking for his first strikeout of the season. The pitch, and there it is. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him on the heater. Sit him down, throw it around, Lions down to their final out. And that brings up Mason, well, not Mason back you anymore. That's going to bring up Stephen Menard. So he came in the middle of the inning. I think that was the inning before last as a defensive change. Now he's going to be batting for the Lions. Righty batter. First pitch up to high, ball 1. Buffalo's looking to end things here and win 5 in a row. The 1-0. Fastball just below the knees. Again, Gillespie thought he had the strike. But the count instead will move to 2-0. Here for Ethan Watkins to Menard. Buffalo's with 13 runs, I believe on only 4 hits. And I think 3 of those were extra base hits. The 2-0. Right near the letters. He maybe should have a 1-2 count right now. Thought he hit the knees the last pitch, and that one was right by the letters. But, again, don't really see inside to outside part of the plate all that well. So the count is 3-0 here on Menard. Watkins, the pitch. Fastball up inside. 4-pitch walk here to Menard, and that brings up Ryder Jones. He walked his last time up. And Menard tossed the bat to the wrong dugout. He tossed it over to the McAlester dugout, just forgetting which, I guess, dugout he was in for a moment. He went to retrieve it, grabbed it, and threw it back to his dugout. And a big grin on his face as he makes his way over to first. 2 down, runner at first, top of the 5th. Buffalo's leading 13-0. And here's a pop-up over to left field. Might be a tough play. Lesnow, who's going to get it? No one gets it. It finds its way in to the shallow left field area, and it's a bloop single for Ryder Jones. That one almost was a fantastic play by two different players. As Les now, by the way, we're looking at some defensive changes. Les now has made his way over to short. Mullins stays over at third. And Seth Sam has moved to right. Gunnar Hodgel has moved to left. So 13-0 our score. Actually, we have some more changes. I haven't even really looked at everything because Watkins comes from center field. First pitch to the top of the order, Cole Robbins swings and misses for strike one. He is 0 for 2 so far today with a strikeout and a ground into a double play. Hodgel has actually moved to center field, and it is Cheney staying in left. So Hodgel in center. Sam has moved to right. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball outside. Throw to first, and the ball's going to get away from Phillips on a little bit of a collision between the runner, Ryder Jones, and the first baseman, Phillips. Good throw, but again, just the collision kind of jarred the ball loose. Didn't lead to a runner advancing a base. Count is 1-1 here on Cole Robbins. Buffalo's looking for the shutout. Watkins takes his time, delivers the 1-1 pitch. Right down Broadway, strike two, and the Lions down to their final strike. Can Watkins put away the Lions? Come set. The 1-2 pitch. Inside corner, kind of crossing up the catcher a little bit. That was kind of awkward. It gets past the, it was a cross-up. So Watkins and Gillespie were not on the same page on that last pitch. Gillespie was expecting an off-speed, and Watkins came in with the fastball, and he can fire him in there, so you knew that was going to get away from Gillespie. But for whatever reason, the runners don't advance for the Lions on that ball that went to the backstop. They stay at first and second, and the count is 2-2. So quick word between Gillespie and Watkins, and Ethan trying to get the strikeout. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. First strike three. Got him with the high cheese. And that's the end of the ball game. 5 in a row for the McAlester Buffaloes. Ladies and gentlemen, Buffalo fans far and wide, grab that brush and paint that win column black and gold. They get the victory, the district victory, and the series sweep in shutout fashion. 13-0 our score. We'll talk about it when we return. You're listening to McAlester Baseball on KNED.
Do you think this is far enough? Unbelievable. Customers aren't going to be able to make that. Did you say further? No.
Come shoot for your TTNL during Benton Madness and a lot closer than Morgan.
Have you ever thought about playing college basketball? Too easy. Don't forget to tell them Maddie sent ya. Benton Nissan is your best deal dealer. Learn more at bentonnissan.com.
For more than 50 years, First Realty has helped the residents of McAlester and the surrounding area with their real estate needs. Whether residential or commercial, First Realty will guide you through the process of buying or selling your home or business. You can view our property inventory online at first-realty.net. And if you're into pickleball, the Pickle Palace is open. For membership information, call 918-424-3720 or go to
I was looking for a bank that actually
picklepalaceok.com.
cared about me, had checking, savings, and loan options that catered to my needs and was locally owned. Because I'm all about keeping my money in our town, I found the Bank NA. The Bank NA has been voted #1 for 10 years in a row in the McAlester News Capital's Reader's Choice Awards. Call 918-423-2265 or go in to find what you need in banking options. The Bank NA, strong, secure, and ready to loan.
Patriot
Member
Chrysler
FDIC,
Dodge
Equal
Jeep
Housing
and Ram
Lender.
in McAlester is ready to make a deal. All 22-year model Gladiators in stock offer $2,500 cash back. All 22 Chargers and Challengers feature $3,000 cash back. Patriot has new 2023 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Laredos with $5,550 cash back. 2- and 3-row Grand Cherokee Limiteds in stock, $4,000 cash back. Yes, the best deal on a new vehicle is always at Patriot, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in McAlester.
So if I would have told you that the McAlester Buffaloes today had only 4 hits and the Durant Lions had 3, that it was a pretty close game between these two teams, that it was going to be down to the wire, you probably would have believed me. That's what you probably would have thought, that it was going to be a close game, low-scoring game. McAlester wins 13-0. A day after they struck out 12 times against the Durant Lions, the Buffaloes don't strike out once. And instead of 12 strikeouts, they drew 12 walks / hit by pitches by the Durant Lions. And they were able to put the ball in play, forcing the Lions to have 5 errors, leading to the 13 runs for the Buffaloes. And a good 13-0 win for McAlester in 5 innings. And to get another district sweep under their belt to improve to 5-1 in district play, win their last 5 games in a row. 9-4 now on the year for the Buffaloes. Durant Lions are, I'm sure, glad that they're not facing the top half from last year's 5A3 standings anymore. Their district schedule is going to get a lot easier. They still have Glenpool to face, which is getting some big wins in the district standings, but they are going to be facing the likes of like Will Rogers coming up, who they might have a better chance of getting wins against, because like I said, last year Durant was able to record 4 wins, but 2 of them did come against Will Rogers. So they're glad to be able to get the toughest teams in the district just out of the way in the first 8 games of district play. But the Buffaloes feeling good right now, but their schedule is the opposite. It's about to get a lot tougher. You're about to face the likes of Sepulpa, of Shawnee, Bishop Kelly, Glenpool, all coming up here in the month of April, in a very busy month of April. But right now enjoying the 5-game win streak. They're also about to take part in that Rose Rock Classic over in Noble, Oklahoma. So that'll be happening this weekend as well. But right now, let's go ahead and let's look at the post-game stats brought to you by Beautiful Rooms Furniture. They offer brand-name high-end mattresses, including hybrids, sold at discount prices. Visit their showroom today for quality furniture at affordable prices. Starting off with the Durant Lions, dropping to 1-12 on the season, 0-8 in district play. Cole Robbins went 0 for 3. Jared Avalos went 0 for 1. Matt Manners 2 for 2 with a single and a double. Elijah McClure went 0 for 2. Almost had a sack fly, but a great play by Ethan Watkins in center field, gunning down the runner that would have at the time given the Lions the lead. Holden Robinson went 0 for 2. Caden Neal went 0 for 2. Lucas McClure 0 for 2. Mason Backew went 0 for 1. Stephen Menard went 0 for 0 with a walk. And Ryder Jones 1 for 1 with a walk and a base hit on that little bloop single in the 5th inning to shallow left field. So the Lions totaled up 3 hits, did not strike out a batter of McAlester between Matt Manners and Holden Robinson, but walked or hit 12 in 4 innings of work. Also 5 errors by the Durant Lions today. The McAlester Buffaloes improved to 9-4 on the year, 5-1 in district play. This is what it looked like for them. Ethan Watkins went 0 for 2, reached on an error, a line out to center field, and was hit by a pitch twice. Seth Sam 0 for 2 on a walk, hit by pitch, fly out to left, and reached on an E6. Caden Less now 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs on a sac fly and an RBI triple. Also flew out to center field and reached on an error. Ethan Gillespie 1 for 2 with an RBI, walked, was hit by a pitch, RBI single, and also popped out to the first baseman. Braden Phillips went 0 for 1 with a pair of walks. Gannon Mullins went 1 for 1 with a walk, a hit by pitch, and a triple. Gunnar Hodgel went 1 for 1 with 3 RBIs. He had an RBI walk with the bases loaded, had a 2 RBI double, and then walked again. Spencer Stinchcomb went 0 for 3. Tyler Phillips went 0 for 2. Spencer Stinchcomb reached on an E5. Phillips reached on an E4. So great bounce back for McAlester. Not a lot that you can complain about. You maybe wanted more hits than 4, but obviously you put the ball in play, and you'd rather, I would say you'd rather have hits, but again, you'd rather, in my opinion, you would rather have the 4 hits, don't strike out once, than have a few more hits in that game. So McAlester was able to put the ball in play, good contact percentage at 1,000 today, and was able to take the win 13-0 over the Durant Lions going into the Rose Rock Classic over in Noble, Oklahoma. And again, that game right now is scheduled for 4 o'clock over in Noble. Again, they might change things around a little bit if the weather looks iffy on Friday. We'll keep you all updated. Make sure that you follow us on Twitter at Buff Sports Radio so that you can stay up to date on all of McAlster's schedule. That means if games change, we're going to be posting that on Twitter as well. So make sure that you are following us there, once again, at Buff Sports Radio. Again, first game, 4 o'clock against Norman. Again, all those games over in Noble will be on radio only. So that's 11:50 a.m., 98.3 FM, online at McAllisterRadio.com, on the KNED app, or you can go to McAllisterRadio.com and just click on the KNED tab. So while you're working, the Buffs will be playing, and you can be listening. Austin, you spoke a little bit in the first inning. Any final thoughts on this one before we wrap everything up and go home?
No, not really. Good, clean baseball was played here today. You could tell that the Buffaloes were in the zone. And the Lions just could not quite catch their stride, and that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, so for McAlester, we're looking towards next week. You're going to be joining us more than likely once again against Glenpool. That'll be next week. That is scheduled for a 5:30 start, so can't wait to have you back on the broadcast. Great work today, by the way.
Oh, I know. I always do great work every single day.
And a big thank you to our board operator back at the KNED studios, Wyatt the Cadillac Kid as well. So one final time for Mike Deak Field in beautiful McAlester, Oklahoma. It was the McAlester Buffaloes 13 and the Durant Lions 0 in shutout run rule fashion. Until Thursday when McAlester opens up play in the Rose Rock Classic in Noble, Oklahoma against Norman, this is Brandon Green saying, Buffaloes win. And don't just have a great night. Have a Buffalo night, everybody.